Is Bitcoin going to dump all the way to zero? Guys, I'm going to show you why everybody's wrong about Bitcoin and what we could expect in the immediate short term, because yes, on the daily chart we broke this critical support round about the 40,300 US dollars, and I told you the first price target is going to be the 100 moving average at the levels of 30,300 US dollars, where we can see that the price movement of Bitcoin got a bounce in the immediate short term. But I also told you that this level is going to be really important, this previous resistance. But guys, I'm going to tell you exactly what I could expect. We're going to get this short-term bounce all the way up to the 42,000 US dollar level. But guys, I don't think that this dump is over, but we're going to look at the previous price movement of Bitcoin to find out what we could expect. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe. And now let's directly start with today's content. But guys, before we're going to look at the charts, let's go over to X. Because yes, today was a really exciting day for me. Ran Neuner from Crypto Banter started following me. So yes, Ran, I really appreciate your support. And guys, if you want to see a collaboration with Ran Neuner, go down in the video description below and leave a comment with @CryptoBanter and smash up the like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. So let's go directly over to the crypto bubbles, because yes, the overall crypto market saw this major dump towards the downside. But guys, we can see that some altcoins like Tau and also Sui saw a 6% pump towards the upside. So guys, is this giving us the indication that we're going to see that the altcoins will recover sooner than Bitcoin? Guys, first of all, we're going to go on the weekly chart of Bitcoin. And yes, I told you in the previous video that the 61.8 is really going to be important and that I could expect a bounce exactly from these levels. And we are at the moment exactly within these levels. And we can also see that the 13 EMA, the 13 moving average on the weekly chart, is exactly in these levels of 39,200 US dollars. So guys, yes, I could expect that we're going to get this immediate short-term bounce all the way to the 42,000 US dollar level to liquidate all of these short positions exactly within this range, because honestly I think this would be too easy to short the market all the way from this previous high all the way back down to the 31,000 US dollar level. Because yes guys, we're seeing a lot of predictions that Bitcoin is going to dump all the way back to the 31,000 US dollar level. But guys, on the weekly chart we need to zoom out to find out what we could expect. But don't get me wrong, the 31,000 US dollars is still going to be my worst case scenario for Bitcoin. But ultimately guys, I expect that we're going to see this major consolidation within this major range in between the 35,000 US dollar level and all the way up here the 46,000 US dollar level, that we're going to see this consolidation and this boring sideways move before the Bitcoin halving. And after the Bitcoin halving, we're going to get this parabolic run towards the upside. Because yes guys, we could see that the ETF was launched exactly here, so I could expect that we're going to get this major consolidation and this major accumulation phase for all these institutions buying Bitcoin and to get you out of the markets and to buy even more Bitcoin from all the people that are selling exactly here, because they expect that Bitcoin is going to dump even lower. Guys, we're going to see two scenarios play out, because yes, trading is all about predictions. So the first scenario that we could expect is yes, this long sideways consolidation for Bitcoin consolidating over time, or we could expect consolidation over the price in this dump all the way back down to the 31,000 US dollars and this quick recovery all the way back up, and that Bitcoin is going to start with this major next leg. But guys, ultimately with all this manipulation in the markets, I could expect that we're going to see this long boring sideways move for Bitcoin within this range. But ultimately this could mean that we're going to get this major push for the altcoins in this range, where Bitcoin is just going to go sideways to the next major catalyst, which is going to be the Bitcoin halving roundabout in April this year. Because yes, if we're going to zoom out guys, we could see that the price movement of Bitcoin perfectly found the bottom round about the 15,000 US dollar level, and then we saw this major push towards the upside and this consolidation with this wick towards the downside, and then we saw this next move, consolidation. And I expected yes, we're going to see something similar to this, where we can see that the price movement came all the way up from the high, and then we saw this boring sideways move coming all the way back to the previous resistance, and once again we saw this pump towards the upside all the way from these levels all the way to the highs, and once again a dump towards the downside. But overall we could see this long sideways consolidation for Bitcoin within this major range. So this is what I expect for Bitcoin, that we're going to see this long sideways consolidation for Bitcoin. Yes, this doesn't mean that Bitcoin is just going to go down. No, this could mean that Bitcoin is going to get a pump all the way back up, come all the way back down, all the way back to these lows, maybe even towards this trend line with a fast wick like we saw over here and also over here. But yes, ultimately I expect that Bitcoin is going to move within this range, with the worst case scenario being the 31,000 US dollars, because if we're going to take a measured move all the way from the highs all the way to the lows, this was a dump of 20%, and once again all the way from the highs all the way to the lows, this was a dump of 22%, and at the moment we're seeing that Bitcoin from the highs all the way to the lows, this was a dump of 21%. So ultimately guys, I could expect that everybody's wrong, that we're not going to see this move even lower exactly now, maybe even all the way up to this major level and then this sideways consolidation. So yes, this is just a major opportunity for you guys, because if there's blood in the streets, this usually is the best time to buy. And yes, you're getting a discount on all of these altcoins. If we go on the weekly chart, you're getting some major discounts, and now's the best time to dollar cost average into these altcoins. And if you want to trade all of these moves, guys, go down in the video description below and sign up to BITFLEX, Bybit, or even OKX. And if you want to trade without KYC, sign up to MaxC and join my free Telegram group where I always keep you up to date. Be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.